Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about how to calculate tax, tip, and markup and commission. These are all related to percents. They're all determined by applying percents and finances. So I'm going to be breaking this down in two sections. We're going to talk about tax, tip, and markup all together because they're done like very similarly. And commission can be slightly different, so I sort of separated that off into its own thing. But looking at tax, tip, commission, and markup, what makes them all similar is that you have like a price, and there's like some sort of an increase going on. There's some sort of additional money being applied or made, or what have you. All right, there's kind of a lot to go through, so let's get started. All right, tax, tip, and markup are all kind of done the same way. So the first thing you need to do is change your tax, tip, or markup rate to a decimal. The second thing you're going to do is multiply it by your cost. Then finally, you're going to add your amount that you came up with to your cost to get a total. So let's look at a few examples. All right, so you're buying groceries for a month, and all your stuff adds up to $315. Sales tax is 7%. What will your total grocery bill be? So, step one, change your rate to a decimal. So 7%, change to a decimal, remember, is 7 divided by 100. It's not just putting the point in front of the 7. 7 divided by 100 is going to give you 7 hundredths. That's 0.07, not 0.7. We're going to multiply it by how much money we spent on groceries. So that was $315. All right, which is going to give you $22.05. Finally, we're going to add that to our cost to get our total amount. So $22.05 plus 315 is going to give us a grand total of $337.05. All right? Okay, all of these problems will be done similarly. Tax, tip, and markup are all going to be following those steps. All right, here's a few more problems. All right. So let's just do a few together. So $49.95 with a 6% tax. So the first thing we need to do is change our tax rate to a decimal. So this will be 6 hundredths, 0.06. We're going to multiply that by $49.95. And that'll give us a total tax amount of, we're going to need to round this to $3. We're going to add $49.95 to our $3 tax, and that's going to give us $52.95 as our total bill. Here's a markup problem. Now, most people might not be familiar with markup. That's, say like a store is selling merchandise, and maybe it only costs so much money. Maybe it only costs like $20 to produce this item. Well, the store wants to make a product, or the store wants to make a profit on this product, so they're going to mark that price up so that they can make a profit on it. All right, so the price will increase. Stores don't usually advertise this because it's how they make their money. So We follow the same process though. So we're going to change our percent, our markup rate to a decimal. So this will become 0.07. Multiply that by 99.50. All right, and that's going to give us a markup total of, let's say this is $7.90 or $6.97. Today's just one of those days where you can't talk. All right, then we're going to add this to $99.50. All right. So this item will come out to $106.47. All right, let's do this last problem. So tip, most people are familiar with tip. You go to a restaurant and you tip your waiter or waitress. That is, if you are a good person, you tip your waiter or waitress. Usually 20% or 15% is the going rate for a tip. So let's say you go to a restaurant, you spend $26.50 on your meal, and you want to tip your server 20%. So we follow the same method here. Let's change our percent, our tip rate, to a decimal, so that would be 0.2. We're going to multiply that by 26.50. Which will be $5.30. So we're going to add our price, the price of our meal, to our tip amount. All right, and we will be paying a total of $31.80. Seems pretty straightforward, right? 3 steps and you're good. I'm going to clear this. We're going to move on and talk a little bit about commission. All right, so commission is something that happens a lot in retail or sales. So, you know, like think about real estate or car sales. People who sell large price items might make a commission on that. It's like an extra amount of money that they can make based on a percentage of what they sell. So it's very, very similar. We're still going to change our commission rate to a decimal. We're going to multiply the commission rate by the amount of the sale, and that's going to give us our commission. Now, you can only add your commission total to your salary to get like a total amount that the person would make. You cannot add your commission total to your sale because you're not making that, or you're not making the amount of the sale. You're making your salary plus your commission. So that's what makes commission a little bit different than tax, tip, and markup. So let's look at a problem here. So let's say you sell cars and you make 12% commission on anything you sell. If you sold a car for $25,000, how much did you earn in commission? So we're going to follow only our first 2 steps here. So 12% as a decimal would be 0.12. We're going to multiply that by 25,000. And that will come out to 3,000. All right. So that might be all you're required to do, depending on the question. So that's your 3,000 is the commission amount you're making. To find out how much you'd earn total, you're going to have to know your salary. So let's say your daily salary is $250. All right, and you made $3,000 in commission. You would just add those two together. You see, you cannot add your commission to this $25,000 price because you're not making this. It's how much the car was. And obviously, 3,000 plus 250 is 3,250. All right. Let's do one or two more examples. Okay, we'll do two. So let's say you made 15% commission on a $500 sales. Maybe you sell large appliances. So we would change our commission rate to a decimal. We would multiply it by our sale. So in this case, you made $75 in commission. And for this question, that's all you'd be required to do. You could stop there. It's not asking you for your total bring home pay. It just wants to know what your commission is. All right, if we jump down two places and we look at this problem, you made 9% commission on a $30,000 sale with a $500 salary. Then we're going to find out our total bring home pay. So let's change 9% to a decimal. So that would be 0.09. We're going to multiply that by 30,000. To get 2,700. Now we are going to add our daily salary, $500. Our total bring home pay then is $3,200. All right, that's it for tax, tip, markup, and commission. I hope that helps. Thank you very much.